Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka Diamond. I am here tonight for another one of my missing mysteries. Tonight's missing mystery is going to be for little Vanessa Morles. Vanessa Morles was a 1 year old girl who disappeared from Connecticut. Okay, so I do hope everyone is doing well and feeling well. And without any further ado, we're going to get right into the reading. Okay, you all. Like I said, this reading is for Vanessa Morales. Her date of birth is September 7th, 2018. She has brown hair, brown eyes. Her height was she was about 2 feet 2 inches tall. She weighed about 17 pounds. She is female and she is white Hispanic. Okay? So the details on this situation is as follows. Law enforcement authorities are searching for 1 year old Vanessa Morles from ANSONIA, Connecticut, after finding her mother deceased in their home on December 2nd, 2019. Vanessa Morles was last seen by family members on Friday, November 29th, 2019. And that's like literally all the information that was provided for this baby. And her mother, of course, rest in peace, rest her soul. So basically, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I thought I turned my app off here. So this baby's mother was murdered, okay, and then someone took her baby. Um, so I want to send condolences to the family for the loss of the mother as well as the child who has gone missing as well. So, like I said, I did a spirit reading for them. And I started off asking my spirit guides, is Vanessa Morales alive? I kind of start off with some general questions that would want to be known, like, right off top. And it leads into other questions depending on the answers that I get for the more general questions. So I asked my spirit guides, is Vanessa Morales alive? My spirit guides tell me no. And I just thought this to be so crazy. So this was a red flag for me because at first I was thinking, I'm like, okay, this is probably some nut job who couldn't have children, wanted a baby, went in here, killed this woman, and took her baby, type of thing or whatever. But I didn't pick that up. I just kind of thought that at first. I didn't pick up that energy, so I'm like, okay, it doesn't make sense. So if the whole objective was to kill them both, why not have left both of their bodies there? Why take the little girl? So I'm like, okay, so this is a different type of suspect who has done this, and there was no information, at least. It was basically the site that I was looking at was pertaining to this missing child, so there was no information saying, how she was killed or anything like that, although I could ask my spirit guides and pick up that information, because depending on the kill, if it was overkill, if it was a certain kind of killing, you can kind of determine whether a woman did it or a man did it or whatever. So that was just kind of a red flag for me, because once my spirit guides let me know that Vanessa Morales was no longer alive, I'm like, well, if you were going to kill them both, then why take her? So now I'm feeling like, okay, there's someone else and something else behind this situation. So like I said, Vanessa Morales is no longer alive. I asked my spirit guides, did a woman take Vanessa Morales? My spirit guides tell me no. There was not a woman suspect involved in this situation at all. I also asked my spirit guides, is Vanessa Morales still in ANSONIA, Connecticut. My spirit guides told me yes, she is. I asked my spirit guides, was Vanessa Morles trafficked? My spirit guides told me no, she was not trafficked. Okay. So at this point, I knew once my spirit guides told me she was not alive. She was not taken by, some disgruntled woman that couldn't have children and just wanted to take somebody's cute little baby. And my spirit guides told me that she was still in Connecticut and she had not been trafficked. I knew this had to be somebody closer to them at this point. Okay, so I asked my spirit guides, was the murder of the mother a robbery that went wrong? And my spirit guides told me yes. Okay. So then I went on to ask my spirit guides, did the mother willingly let someone in her home? And my spirit guides told me yes. So whomever this suspect is, the mother not only knew this person, but she willingly allowed them in her house. Okay. This person was there with the intentions on trying to rob her, get some money out of her, or something like that. So my spirit guides did also let me know that the mother knew the person who ultimately killed her. Okay. And I'm just asking, this is my own spirit guide deck. I'm asking for further clarification out of this deck while I'm doing this. I'm going to share them with you in just a minute. I asked my spirit guides, was the person who killed the mother her boyfriend? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked my spirit guides, did the boyfriend or is the boyfriend also the baby's father? My spirit guides tell me yes. I asked my spirit guides, was Vanessa Morles killed by her father? And my spirit guides tell me yes, she was indeed killed by her father. So the individual that the mother let into the house was not only her boyfriend, but this was her baby's father as well. This man not only killed, the mother, he took the daughter with him and he killed her as well. He was there. They got in an argument. He wanted money. This is where the robbery come from, because he wanted money, or he was looking for things of value, basically, that he could sell, but he preferred to have money. And this is because he was under the influence of drugs and or alcohol, and he was trying to get more. So, he came there high, under the influence of, whatever his favorite poison is, his favorite drugs, his favorite alcohol. The argument ensued, and he attacked. He hurt this woman. And then he was also angry about some other things. My spirit guides let me know that he really wasn't happy about her having his baby. He wasn't happy about being a father either, and him being under the influence just kind of, sprawled things out of control. Okay? So my spirit guides told me, like I said, that Vanessa Morles was killed by her father. They also let me know that he murdered Vanessa because he didn't want a baby to begin with, which is what I just expressed to you all. He was heavily under the influence of some narcotic, of alcohol as well. But he took Vanessa and he killed Vanessa because he didn't want a baby to begin with. My spirit guides also tell me that the boyfriend / baby dad killed the mother because he was high, he was drunk, and on something. He wanted money from her. He wanted, wanted to take things of value out the house to sell, to get more drugs, to get more alcohol, and things like that. I don't think the mother. And I keep saying the mother because they didn't put her name in the article, okay, guys? So I don't think she was willing to give him anything so he can go and get drugs. I mean, this is a woman who has a 1-year-old kid, and, he's there, he's on one. He's loud, he's belligerent, he's out of control. He wants money from her, he wants things of value from her. And she just wasn't with it. So they got into an argument and he severely harmed her, um, to the point where he ended up killing her. So my spirit guides tell me that he was also trying to rob the baby's mother, like I told you, to get more drugs. Um, and this is like when he like snapped. He flipped out because she refused to give him money. My spirit guides are telling me. And it just went wrong. Like I believe, I don't think he went there with the intentions on killing her. He literally wanted her to give him money. He wanted her to he wanted to take things of value out of the house. But because she, was resistant to this, there was an argument. He probably had full intentions to, rough her up, beat her up, get into an argument with her, fight her, or whatever, just because of the simple fact, like I said, he was severely under the influence. Nevertheless, my spirit guides tell me that the baby's dad shot his daughter. Okay, so that's how he killed his daughter, by shooting her. I believe he possibly also used the same gun on the baby's mother. Vanessa Morles' dad did bury her body somewhere though. My spirit guides tell me that her body is buried in a park somewhere, and this park is close to the house that they lived in at the time of her disappearance. So wherever they lived at the time of the disappearance, there is a park nearby. It just kind of depends on the area. I'm not sure about Connecticut, but like it just depends on the areas you go in. There may be more than one park. You know what I mean? But there's some kind of little park or some kind of park near where they lived, and her body is buried there. Okay. Also, my spirit guides tell me that Vanessa Morales' dad, he is no longer living in Connecticut. And in fact, my spirit guides tell me that he is currently in Washington, D.C. somewhere. Okay, so if authorities were looking to question him, to find him, my spirit guides are telling me that he's no longer in Connecticut, and he is in Washington, D.C. right now. Washington is huge, but if he has some type of identification, if he has a job while he's down there, he should be, easy to kind of find, maybe. Okay. Okay, so I didn't get any extra messages here. The first spirit guide message that I have is you can't trust anybody. Obviously, this woman thought that she could trust her boyfriend, her baby's dad, of course. My spirit guides are telling me you can't trust anybody, okay? You got to watch your back. There was deception around this guy. There was evil and wickedness surrounding this guy, especially once he was under the influence, okay? My spirit guides also say, there's this stop sign here. It says no new friends, okay? So I feel like maybe with this card here, perhaps he had been there. They had domestic disturbances before. Perhaps she's seen this side of him before. This time, you see the arrows pointing at stop, and it's red. He should have stopped, short of killing her or whatever. But he was high. He was under the influence. He was out of his mind, and he literally, in that moment, he had no love for her. He didn't desire to have a child in the first place. He was high, he was under the influence, and as it says down here, they don't care about you, okay? So he obviously did not care about his baby mom nor the child, okay? But at the same time, there was this type of obsession, type of deal surrounding him for with the nerve of him, for you to feel this way towards your own child and your baby's mom, yet you would still go over there and hostily try to get money or things of material from her just so you can get more drugs and alcohol. You can tell he clearly has a problem. Okay, The next spirit guide message I have is the blues. Okay, this talks about sadness, loss, misery. Um, it talks about feeling down, pain, hurt, heartache. These were all the things that I feel like the mother was feeling prior to her getting ready to die. She probably, like I said, I feel like she had seen, him with this hot temper before. Of course, obviously, he didn't just start using drugs that day, and this caught her by surprise. So I feel like she had seen, this negative side of him before, and this got her down. She was already, feeling kind of sad. She was taking care of a baby basically by herself. He wasn't any help, and then, he comes here with this mess, right? Doing this to her in front of their daughter and everything. And this is, just pretty much clarifies it. This is sadness, feeling down. She was already heartbroken. She was already feeling down. She wanted it to work with this man because they had a child together, but he didn't even want the child in the first place. I get obsession. I don't feel like he loves her. He didn't want the child, but there was still some type of underlying obsession with her. The nerve of this guy, it may hurt a person, but if you don't want them, if you don't love them, if you don't care about them, the easiest thing for you to do is to leave. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of staying in somebody's life and just causing hell in their life for no apparent reason at all, and you don't care for them, you don't love them, you don't, or anything like that, because if you did, you wouldn't hurt them. So there was this deep rooted obsession with her, and the nerve of this guy to think that he can just go and demand whatever he wanted from her, just so he can get more drugs and alcohol. Never mind the fact she still had a kid that was in diapers. They have to buy formula. This kid needs clothes, shoes, and different things, but he didn't care. My spirit guides tell me with this message here, with they're dangerous, this guy was dangerous. You understand me? Especially, he was already dangerous. I feel like he had a hot temper anyway, especially when he was under the influence. And you see up here says you can't trust him. Okay? So he's even more dangerous when he is under the influence or something. The spirit guides tell you on this message, get out, run, don't look back. But she had no idea that she was going to lose her life that day. Here I have angels. Okay, the light is kind of strange looking. I'm not sure if y'all can see that. This spirit message here says angels. This talks about archangels, guardian angels, spirits, holy spirits, divine spirits. This lets me know that both Vanessa Morles as well as her mothers are with angels right now. They are in the light. They have successfully crossed over. They have reached the light, and they have their angels surrounding them. Okay, but they found the mother's body deceased at home, but they've been in search for her daughter. Who was not, obviously wasn't there when they found the mother's body. Also, if I did not tell you all, the her family, the rest of the family members said that they had not even seen Vanessa Morales since Friday of November 29th. However, she was reported missing, or the day actually that they found Vanessa Morales' mother dead was on December 2nd of 2019. So basically the family was saying probably, sometime around Thanksgiving time the previous month was the last time that they had even seen the daughter. They probably wasn't getting back together till around Christmas time. But, December 2nd, tragedy struck, excuse me. And who's to say that it happened on that day? That just happened to be the day that they found the mother dead. It could have happened that day, it could have happened the day before, or several days before. They don't specify on that exactly. Okay? So I'm going to pull some extra messages here and see if my spirit guides would like me to share any other information with you all. That was a pretty simple reading. It got, my spirit guides came in and it was just like pretty much clear and, straight to the point as to what happened, who was responsible, and everything. Um, so I'm going to take just a second, guys, to see if my spirit guides would like me to share anything else with you all. Just a minute, please. Okay, everybody, the little baby girl you see on your screen is Vanessa Morles. This is the 1 year old girl who has been missing um, for over a year now. So I just wanted to give you all an image of this baby girl. I'm just going to take a brief moment of silence for her, and then I have pulled some cards for her for further messages pertaining to this reading. Okay. Okay, guys. So I just wanted to show you all that real quick. Okay, first I have the Three of Wands. Like I said, there was a lot of motivation, a lot of determination, a lot of drive in behind what took place on that day when the mother was killed, when the daughter was taken, and when she was ultimately killed as well, okay? The person behind this crime, like I told you, is her very own father, okay? He came there, full of motivation, like I said, because he was under the influence. He was determined to get what he wanted, what he was seeking for whatever else that he wanted. Okay, so he was already geeked up, hyped up, and motivated when he got there. This was the resort of it. With the world card here, this talks about regeneration, rejuvenations. It also talks about endings, completions, the end of a cycle or a cycle coming to its completion. Okay, with this motivation and this drive that he'd had when he got there, we clearly know why this cycle came to an end. Okay, with the world, this this cycle coming to a completion. I'm sorry. Next, we have the Four of Swords here. Okay, the Four of Swords talks about recovery. Um, with and it really just kind of goes. Sorry, y'all. I was thinking for a minute. With the passion and the drive in which he showed up, and he was already, like I said, under the influence. He was already angry. You understand what I'm saying? So something was bound to happen, even if it had only been a domestic violence situation. He was bound to, he wanted to get what he wanted at all costs, and he just ended up stopping. He ended up flipping. He ended up going too far, taking things too far, and harming the mother of his child, and then his child as well. Okay. But with the Three of Cups here, clearly tells you that, this was the three of them here. The Three of Cups kind of talks about a reunion, a gathering, a celebration, a coming together of like three people. In the traditional tarot deck, you see like three people gathered together. They all have their cups up and everything or whatever. So this would be the mother, her daughter Vanessa, and her father. She willingly opened the door for him. She had no idea that herself as well as her daughter was in danger, until he came in the house, until he was in there. And then it became a very demanding, defensive situation. She had to fight for her life. She tried to fight him back. She tried to fight him off. for the safety of herself as well as her child. Because here with the Nine of Wands talks all about being defensive. This is very fiery, passionate, very strong-willed energy here. But with your defenses up, you're fighting back at all costs in this situation. Okay. To clarify the Three of Wands here, we have the Three of Pentacles. He was clearly, like I said, this motivation, determination, he went there. This was no reunion for him. He cared nothing about, showing up, being daddy of the year, kissing his girlfriend, his baby mom, picking up his daughter, loving on them, or anything like that. With the the Three of Wands being clarified by the Three of Pentacles here, he was on the mission. He wanted some money, okay, to for his addictions, for his habits, okay. The Five of Swords clarifies the world, which talks about cycles completion, a completion of a cycle. The Five of Swords talks about conflict. There was a conflict, there was a fight, there was an argument that ensued, there was violence that took place, there was domestic disturbances that took place, and ultimately two people ended up losing their lives because of this conflict, okay, which is what brought this world, this cycle to a completion. The Four of Swords was clarified with the Ten of Swords, okay. The Ten of Swords is like literally in the traditional tarot deck, there's this guy who's laying on the ground. He is like defeated. He's got 10 swords in his back, and he was just betrayed. This woman, her guards were down. This was her boyfriend. This was her baby's father. Whether he had been violent before, her guards were down. She had no idea that she would be betrayed in this type of way by her own baby's father right in front of her own 1-year-old daughter, okay? And this reunion here with the Three of Cups, they're coming together here with the Three of Cups is clarified by the Tower. The Tower talks about attacks, sudden change, a sudden shakeup, something happening very traumatically, all of a sudden. That's what happened with this reunion. This was no reunion for him. The baby mother, the kid may have very well been happy to see him, but he was on a whole nother mission when he got there, okay? This Nine of Wands, this is defense, which talks about being very defensive, fighting, arguing, this very defensive posturing, positioning. It's clarified with the Knight of Cups. So perhaps this individual is a water signs, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio individual, because he showed up very defensive. He showed up, like I said, already under the influence, already angry, already out of control, and the mother just did not see it coming, okay? So, my spirit, or the angel messages that we have here, we have success here in the near future. My angels are telling you all that there will be success with this case in the near future. I feel like that baby Vanessa Morles' body will be discovered, will be found. And there will be closure brought to this case. Hopefully the individual who is involved, I pulled a past life card here as well, and as you can see, what came out, father. The father was responsible for killing his own child, okay? The father was responsible for killing his own child, for killing the mother of his child. But the angels are saying there will be success in the near future pertaining to this case. So the family will have closure. And I offer my condolences, my sympathy, my empathy goes to them for their loss of this baby. She had her whole life ahead of her. She could have been anything that she wanted to be. She was a beautiful little girl. And it's very sad and tragic that she had to die like this, as well as her mother. She didn't deserve this. She didn't even see this coming. I'm not sure if she had any other children, but this is possibly her only child. This is the only child that was said to have been missing or wasn't at home or anything. So she was a new mother. You understand? So And with the child being 1 year old, when you have a new baby, you're a mother for the first time. You're learning how to be a mom at the same time while being a mom, and you're tired, you're worn out, but it's still a happy, loving, nurturing experience for you. And this was just, it was ripped from her. It was taken from her. Um, for no good reason than a drugged up drunk fool who, had more love for drugs and alcohol than he did for his own baby mother, than he did for his own baby daughter who he did not want. Okay? So I have a new deck here. This is called, that's this deck that I have standing up here. It's called Archangel Power Tarot cards here. And this comes from the Knight of Michael. Okay? And this talks about being strong, committed, intellectual, and diligent. Okay? And the message that goes along with this card, it's a very beautiful card. All of the cards have archangels on them. Very beautiful deck. It talks about this is the time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. This is the reason why also with the angels speaking here, there will be success in the near future pertaining to this case. I believe the father will be apprehended wherever he is. He will be held responsible for what he did to this family, because he not only hurt his own daughter, his own child, he hurt the mother of his child. And he hurt an entire family who has been suffering and struggling for the loss. Okay, and they've already had to bury the mother. They have not had closure. And they will not have full closure until little baby Vanessa Morles is found. And I'm telling you that not only the my guardian angels are saying that she will be found in the near future. Okay, there will be success in this case, and she will be found, and the father will be apprehended as well. But even the archangels, Archangel Michael is telling the authorities, this is a time to move quickly, okay? Choose logic over emotion. This is a very emotional case, but choose logic over those emotions of however you're feeling, and go and apprehend the person who is responsible for snuffing out the life of little baby Vanessa Morles. Okay, guys, that concludes the reading, the missing mystery reading for today. I do wish the family well. I hope and I pray. I sent, peace, love, and light and prayers to Vanessa Morles as well as her mother. Like I said, with the spirit guide messages that I got, they are surrounded with angels. They have already gone to the light. They are protected. They are taken care of. They are in a better place right now, but you will have closure. There will be closure to this case. There will be, you will find little baby Vanessa. And you will have the complete story, the complete picture as to what took place, what happened, what went on. And I'm confident that your family will receive justice for what was done to these individuals, okay? As I always tell you all, take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, y'all. Watch your surroundings. You understand me? This case here is a prime example as to what I tell you all the time. You have to watch your surroundings. You have to watch the company that you keep, okay? This woman was caught off guard. Probably never in a million years did she think that her own baby's father would harm her and his daughter. Watch who you leave your babies with. Watch who you let your guards around, even if you are close to these people. If you think you know them, if you love them, if you care about them, you never know when a person is going to snap. You don't know. You can love a person as much as you want to love them, but you have absolutely no idea what's going on in another person's life. And when a man or a woman is met with psychedelics and drugs and alcohol and whatever substances they're intaking, this alters the mind, the state of mind. So even more so, you have no idea as to what they are capable of. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. But most of all, take care of your babies. I wish each and every last one of you peace, love, and light. Until the next time, namaste.